Hello everybody from the shop again. I just want to show everybody kind of what's going on. I'm working for the show in New Jersey. It's a 50/50 production show that will be in November. It's kind of what I'm working for now. Right now I'm kind of working on a bunch of razors. You can see these laid out. I've got them all cut out. I've already profiled everything down. I like to with the razors since basically they're all the same, and that's what we're going for. I try to stack them all together. I do the same thing with these. I got some really big long pivots that we made to stack up all these we can. I usually put 4 pairs together and then try to grind them all together, try to get them all exactly the same. And then I've got a pattern set up to drill the holes with. This is the pattern I used just to drill the holes. It's marked so I can do that. The step that we're basically getting ready to do now is the lanyard holes in there, so is the pivot. That gives me a reference to go for every single one of them, so you can always stack, this pair and this pair. You can always stack them together, and you don't have to worry about trying to line everything up. You always just take these and put your pivots in there, and then they're always exactly the same. So you drill the holes and stuff the same way. The only thing that you really got to do is, once you actually put 2 of these together, you're going to need to number them and try to keep them together. That way the blades will fit in there exactly the way they need to. The spacers usually are ground to fit the knives, so once you get past this step here, the knives become individual, and no matter what you do, you will not be able to put the same spacer in another knife. They just won't fit right because we hand grind everything. So basically, I get all this stuff set up. After I get all that set up and the blades actually in the knives and everything is surface ground and ready to go, I pass them off to John. John grinds these blades, and then I go back and actually either tumble them or sand them or whatever needs to go, because these are a collaboration piece. John does the blades. I pretty much do the rest of the knives. So this is what I'm working on right now. I'm getting ready to do this step here, and I'm going to try to keep you updated as I'm doing these today and tomorrow. It is Sunday, so I'm not going to work real late today. I've got all these knives sitting here. I already done this one just to make sure everything was set up right. You've already got your hole that's going to be tapped. That's this top one that my fingers, I guess it's the bottom one and the very, very top one. They're going to be tapped for a 172 hole, but you have to drill them out, and then I don't know if I can do it. We do not have good cameras yet. We are going to get them so everybody can kind of see what's going on. So we're going to get these holes. I'm going to do these holes right now and then countersink them, and then the next step is the pivot. If you can see, the mate of it here is not done. The hole does not set up yet. You're going to have to do a countersink, so one of the pivots will actually, if I can get this one loose, apparently not. This one is one of the pivots, so they will sit in there flush. So you want them to go down in there until it's just a screw going through. And that's what we're getting ready to do now. The other thing that I'm going to do is, I could only find one good chunk of steel this morning. This one has got a couple of holes in it, but it was just a scrap piece of steel. It was just laying around the shop. So I milled everything parallel on both sides, and judging from my excesses that I was doing for the USN show in Vegas last month, one of the more popular things that I was doing on my frames was they were a simple line that I was doing with a round end mill. It just gave the knives just a little more decoration, but of course they had to be set up, and they all have to lay down, and you actually have to mill the things. So I made this plate today, and I marked this one up kind of just to mock up, okay, which way do I want the lines to run, and it like this. Even if you don't want the lines to run exactly like this, you at least have something that will index in. So I made this plate that all the knives could lay down. Now I can take my screws and screw these down so they'll be solid, and then I can come through and get these grooves in. That's something I did this morning so we could do. Even if I wanted to take these lines the other way, Well, that'd be fine. You can turn this plate any direction that you want because I've actually squared up all the edges. So this will at least hold them in there, and we can at least get everything. So there will be some razors that will be milled, little different decorations and things. I'll probably do some of the random holes that I've done on some of the other stuff. I like to just take them up there and just randomly start drilling holes, as long as they don't get too close to the edge, as long as it doesn't get something that tears your hand up. That's something I like to do. It just gives everything just a little bit different look. But yeah, kind of pay attention the next couple of days. I'll have some of these things up there. You'll be able to see what we're doing. Until next time, or until I get another video up, I'll see you later.